How is it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another football fan view for second episode of Football Fan View Show. And I have with me my analyst, aka Jamo Jamiu. my ever dependable panelist, Jamo Jamiu. This man, let me just say this here. Let me say this here. Maybe you may not know, but let me tell you. This man, he doesn't only know sport. Forget about when it comes to about let's leave sport alone. When we talk about sport, this guy, when they say mathematics, when you say mathematics, when you want to talk about mathematics, do you know that in this jurisdiction where we are right now, he's the only one that can beat his chest and said he's a mass man. Mass man. Even the government of Ekiti State acknowledge the fact that he's a mass man. Jamal, how are you doing? How's your weekend?
I'm fine. I'm good. I'm just here. It's good to see every one of us here today again. Like someone who used to say, one of the people I walk around with, he tell me, you are the only. I'm the only mathematics teacher that he's seen for a very long time that understands English language. Like seriously, is that an accolade or a kind of whining or a kind of I don't know.
No,
I don't know what to use. So
math teachers are
I don't
always
know.
known to not to. Math teachers that are known to always not know they don't always have their ways with English. So we're not
Actually,
always
act-
surprised.
actually, actually, it's not that we don't have our ways in English. What happened is that we don't. Wow, we do. We even understand the English language more. We might not be able to speak, but we know the application of the English language more. We know how to apply it. So you can't do a word problem without understanding English language. That's just it.
All right,
So
all
good
right, all
morning,
right.
once.
Then let's.
Good
Good
morning
morning.
once again.
It's nice to have you on. Actually, while we wait for others to actually join us, I know I'm expecting Arema should join us anytime from now. Quickly, first, let me ask you: did you see the game yesterday? Today is international, so we're not talking about club side football today. We're talking about internationals today. There's no, we
Unfortunately,
still have probably. Yeah, so did you see the match yesterday? Super Eagles, Nigeria
unfortunately,
versus. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Go on, go on, go on, go
I
on, go
don't,
on. I thought you were about to say something. I'm with you.
I
I'm
don't,
with you.
unfortunately, I was unable to access the game due to the bad weather because I always stream live. I always stream the match live. So yes, I was unable, but I was following the live commentary that was going on around in the group chat. So I didn't really see the game. But then, congratulations to Super Eagles. Congratulations to Nigeria. At least a 1-0 is not. No team is an underdog in Africa again. We don't play football according to names in Africa again. We play football. We play names does not play football in Africa. So congratulations to Super Eagles and to see
Oh,
them back on Tuesday again to play the return leg. I can't wait to see them back. I think I should be able to. Hopefully, God willing, the weather should be very good to be a favorable weather next week to see the match. Thank you.
all right, all right. So actually, there are some things I actually want to discuss concerning the game. Since you didn't see the game, maybe I saw the game and I got frustrated at a point in time, and I wanted to actually discuss about something. Now, talking about the match reaction, my match reaction for that day, I believe that in that game, we actually, for me, I don't know, maybe people. I remember yesterday when I was in the group chat, Imo was telling me, "Oh, I think I have a sentiment." Some people were telling me that I have sentiments towards Victor Osimhen, but I felt like Boniface himself, Victor Boniface, is not helping himself in that team because the way he plays, he's playing. Do you know? Let me give you the difference. Do you know Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz? That's the easiest example I can actually give because I'm a Arsenal fan. The way Gabriel Jesus actually, instead of you to be direct, be in the box so that they can give you the ball and you score. Boniface is actually always carried away with being out there, not being able to, not even able to impact play inside the box. Yesterday, do you know that he was the striker for almost like 70 minutes, play for 70 minutes, and in that 70 minutes, he didn't actually play a single shot on target. When Alex Iwobi had about 3 shots that he missed, quite all right. while Alex Iwobi had like about 3 shot that he missed. Do you know that my striker was not able to get a single shot? Now my question is this: I feel like for me he's not doing enough, and I don't know who to actually. I'm trying my best not to actually blame him, but the point is that he's not doing himself any good too when he himself is not also in the box to receive the ball. I was talking to Aremo. I told Aremo, I said, I felt like if it was Victor Osimhen would have stayed in the box, got the ball. One of the balls that was falling to the likes of Iwobi, one of the balls that was falling to the likes of Chukwu, will fall to your legs and you will score. But in the situation where you are the one crossing the ball, how if you cross ball at the same time, go ahead ball now. So that's my own opinion. I feel like Boniface is actually playing that way. Maybe he thinks it's in Leverkusen where we have skillful players like Flying Whites and all these players that can do 1-2 with you and give you correct pass where you can score the ball. So I don't know, but for me, I feel like he's not doing enough when it comes to getting yourself in the box, and that is the difference between he and Victor Osimhen. Osimhen will be in the box, will be available to get the ball. I don't know what you think. I think his play in Leverkusen, the way he plays in Leverkusen, actually affects him a little bit more, and he's not able to get his full potential in Super Eagles. What do you guys think? I don't know. Anybody can go first, I beg. But I think it's frustrating me because in the next game, I don't want to. I'm sorry. I would prefer they sign Awoniyi because Awoniyi was taking on physical presence was possible, available in the box. What do you guys think?
Should I go first?
Yes, you can go. You can go first. You can go first.
Okay. Like good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Mr. Jamiu, good morning, Jamo, and everyone. See, my own take is this. And I will still insist on that. I told you yesterday. All those things boils down on the coach. If I am a striker and you ask me to go and play in the defense, do I have a choice? No. See, this thing you're talking about is not just happening today. They have not just been playing like that. Now, I told you yesterday, I said during the time of Garnet Roy, similar thing happened, that we were playing kind of defensive football. Even in the Nations Cup, you can see the last Nations Cup we played. See, naturally, you'll be expecting that Nigeria should be scoring like 3, 4, 5 goals when we are playing these lesser teams. But you discover that there is one particular thing missing, which is the creativity in that midfield, which we discussed yesterday. Now, to Boniface matter. Boniface is a striker, no doubt about it. You cannot doubt his ability when it comes to playing inside that box. But then he's playing in the Super Eagles where there is no creativity. Most of the ball he was crossing yesterday, the ball he was bringing from behind yesterday, yes, he was supposed to be playing like a striker. Who among those players was, or actually played what he played yesterday, like moving the ball, trying to cross the ball to the likes of Iwobi and all that? Me, the way I view the thing, on my personal view, though, the guy played to instruction. If I'm a coach and I'm standing, on the stands and my striker is not striking or is not where he's supposed to be, it is my duty, it is my right to go and tell him, go and stay in the box. But a situation whereby the coach is not calling his attention to him, that means it is actually the coach that asked him to go and play like that. So you said when they brought in Awoniyi was there holding 2, 3. Yes, it was like that. Seems like a plan to me. You just go in there, since we have tried those to explore that channel and it's not working. Oh yeah, you now enter there, go and do this, and probably by mistakenly it worked. So we can't blame that guy. Honestly speaking, you can't blame him because you know the kind of striker he is. Any day he's going to deliver. He will. So nobody is doing, the play to him inside the box, and he decided that, okay, since you guys does not have the strength to do that, let me go and do that, and he's doing it fine for them, even though they actually wasted the half chances we get, because I could not say most of those chances were, clear cut chances. They were half chances, like the one that was nodded by Nwobi. There's another one by this. So what I'm saying is, essence is that the guy actually played to coach instruction. Because if I'm a coach and you are playing what I did not ask you to play, it is my intention to call you and tell you. You see how it happens now. The coach will call you on the field. Oh yeah, you. Hey, you see them. But my coach, what happened? So I like,
Eh,
I'm not going to
but,
do
but, but,
that.
but, but one thing is this. One thing is this. I know that yes, but I want what I want people to understand is that because where we watch the ball, I saw people attacking me that is because I don't like Boniface. It's because I don't like Boniface. Let me say this right. I like every Nigerian player, even Alex Iwobi, despite the fact that everybody used to tackle him, say that he does this, he does that. I like him. I support them to the core. Like I kind of appreciate them, even for deciding to play for us, and I kind of appreciate them. But what I always tell these people is that there are some things I'm expecting of you, Baba Mani. Although, yeah, like you said, you mentioned the manager. Maybe don't you think it would be right for us to maybe try to explore the 4-4-2, whereby we now have Boniface and then maybe a Taiwo Awoniyi, where you have
Yeah,
two
you know, you
two strikers. Boniface will be a kind of person that is playing a playmaker, and
know,
there will be a Awoniyi
playmaker.
up front who going to get the goal.
You
So
let
something
me
like
tell.
that.
Sorry, let me tell you one thing that is killing African football now. Eh? We are trying
Yeah.
to copy the the Premier League style. That is not African stuff. That is not African football. If you are going to do high pressing football like the Oyinbos, eh, you that means you have every department working. All of your department is working. None is not functioning. Even the lesser team in the
Say
EPL
na
that we
agidi we
want.
dey use, na agidi we dey use for Africa. So make we put that
You don't
agidi for the
understand?
thing. Come on, do agidi
Put
o. We suppose dey
people,
use agidi.
physical people, put them in the middle. Put a physical person in the front. Do you understand? The normal African football that we used to know was 4-4-2. That was what we grew to know. Even in the EPL, it was what's it called? This when Gengen President started. Oh God, this man, you guy. What's his name?
The one you people send away.
The Holland man, the Netherlands man.
Yes, now
That Gengen
Radnik.
President.
Is it Radnik or something?
Yes, Raflagnik or something. It was when that
Uh,
man came to Man U that we started hearing
Gegen
different
press.
different
Gegen
different style
Gegen
of this
press.
thing. Then pressing,
Gegen
and
press.
that was, if you remember, you can recall that that was actually the beginning of different formation. Sometimes you see three at the back. Yeah, it has been happening before, but it was very unusual that you play some style, during normal game, like even when they are doing the Premier League lineup those times, what you see is 4-4-2, isn't it?
Yes, two big man up front. That's the coco.
Two big man up front. That's what you. In
Yes.
fact, check. Okay, let me take Man U for instance. Eh? You have Rooney up front. You have either you have Jisung Park behind. I'm just citing an example. You have Chicharito. You have Rooney in the same match. Do you understand? Like you have, so it all changed. It felt like, okay, let us press, then give the ball to the person in the front. That is not African football. That is not we are not playing to our strength, but we want to copy the Oyinbos. And these guys are very vast, very vast. They are knowledgeable. They go to school of football. Not with that. Most of these guys you see that we are now playing, they have want it bones. Most of them have sold bones. They have sold pure water. They have done all sorts of things with their lives before their creator now help them to attain where they are. Unlike the Oyinbos that as you are starting your coming up, I was watching one of these guys clip recently. What's it called? This Man City's coach, Pep Guardiola. He was citing himself as an example that he was a guy that, he was a ball boy at a point. A ball boy. I watched him. He said a ball boy. Played little football. Then I found myself coaching. A top guy. So most of his life, most of these guys we see, their lives have actually been football from the start. So you cannot compare them. Boniface stuff. If he had played two striker yesterday, we would have scored goals.
Honestly, that one I agree. That one I agree. That one
Boniface. Put Awoniyi, put Boniface, put all those guys at the midfield. Are you telling me you will not score goals? We will. Okay, look at that formation. You are putting Boniface and Taiwo Awoniyi at the same time. Let the Boniface start doing the running, and let Awoniyi do the holding, hold the player, and you will see
goals.
There will be goals.
There will be goals.
So,
there will be goals.
Okay. Whose fault is that? It's the coach.
Is the coach, of course, but I still don't want to I don't want us to eat on the coach because he actually won. We won the game. I don't know why we are getting on the coach. He's so far. I know we are expecting him. He's doing well. He has won the game. We shouldn't. I don't want us to just look at him. I'm talking about looking at how to improve. Now, I want to bring up a matter. A matter happened in that game. Ademola Lookman again scored another beautiful goal. And do you know that they ruled that goal as offside? I posted that video in that screenshot in the group. My brother, what is going on in African football? Why is that ball offside? So can't we do something about this organization of African football? Why is it that we don't have VAR in CAF? They've denied him 2 goals now. He scored one against Rwanda. The same thing. He was not offside, and they ruled that goal offside. He didn't do anything, but they ruled it offside. What is wrong with African football? Why is it that we cannot get what is going on? How long? Now they've deprived him of 2 goals that could have helped him and changed things for him. What do you guys think on this issue of VAR? Damiu, can you speak? What do you think on this VAR? Why is there no VAR? Why do you think there's no VAR in African football as we prepare for qualifiers? What's going on?
I am a good morning, and it's good to see you once again. You see, African football, we are not ready for the technology presently, because should you create technology for an African?
We are ready for their style. We are ready for Igbo style. We are not ready for technology.
Should we bring in technology? They will use it for their own corruptible mindset. You understand? Let's take for example these phones, these Android phones, the iPhones, and the rest that have been made for us. Look at the content and everything they use it for by the white people. Look at the way they use it. If you see the content of these white men and the rest, and see the content of an African man or a typical African, it's all about, you will see the differences. You understand what I'm saying? Now let's bring it back to the football aspect. The VAR, the VAR, the VAR is not 100% perfect. Fine, it's not even 90% perfect. You see the way they use it in England. Look at how they use it in English Premiership, English Premier League, and Serie A, and the rest of them. Look at the way they use it. You see the way they use it. The way they use it, you will see before they count a particular goal or whatever, an offside goal. Look at the technicality behind it, to the extent that, like, even if you are coming to argue that was never going to be an offside, you yourself at the long run, if they have to describe it or explain it to you, you accept the fact that it's actually an offside. At least 70% of you might be convinced that yes, it is an offside. But clearly, looking at what you showed me yesterday, 70 to 80% or 95% we disagree with you that was an offside goal. It's never an offside. But it's is Africa. We are Africans. They utilize the technology in the wrong way. Yes, to their own benefit. I don't know how that goal should be an offside. The previous one he had sometimes, I think the last match he played too, was never an
Yes,
offside.
Wanda.
I had to screenshot, play, use my ruler, use virtual ruler, use everything. Was this an offside? Eh? There was even one he scored the last time. They said it was an header. An header. Oh. They said there was a fault. Okay, where is the fault in the 18 yard? He had an advantage to nod the ball, and the ball was inside the net, and you said it's a foul. You know, when you complain about officiating in England, sometimes I will tell you you are yet to see the worst, because officiating in Africa is very very worst, not improving, and there's need we need to do something about it ASAP, ASAP. I'm telling you, if we continue like this, these players will get discouraged to playing for their nation, for their country. You understand me? But then the deed has been done. I think Nigeria deserves an apology, because it's becoming more awful now from CAF itself. So thank you.
All right. There's something I want to quickly discuss with you guys. I was speaking to somebody, a friend of mine, who happens to be abroad, and he's also into sports. And I don't want to mention his name, but probably he will be on the channel anytime very soon. I'm trying to work on him. His name is Dio. So Dio was telling me that at the moment, he said, I want to take you up on that part when you said, a player choosing to play for Africa. So I was asking him. He now mentioned, he said he doesn't blame many of all these players that did not play for Nigeria, and he was talking about those players that did not play for their African roots. He said because at the moment, Africa, because of our preparedness, we don't deserve these players. And now he now said, that does it mean? He said, for example, you say you want Bukayo Saka to play for you, but look at the quality of Bukayo Saka now. Imagine him coming back to Africa, and there is only one. Do you know that in Nigeria right now we only have one of official stadium that we can use to play matches. We don't have any standard training that is fit, for hosting a particular competition. Now, my question is this: is it true? What do you think? Do you think we deserve these guys? Do you think that said it and he was like, that's for him? He doesn't think we deserve it. Now, my question I want to ask you guys is: do you think we don't deserve these people until we fix ourselves up? When it's that same question already, like, do you think the only time we deserve these players and we can ask for them to come and play for us is after we have put things right and we have done things right? What do you think? Anybody can speak. Do you think it is when we do the right thing, that is when we deserve to have them? What do you guys think?
Actually, Dio has I know Dio a little. I think I've seen him one of your you've called into his channel once sometimes ago
Yeah.
on the YouTube. I saw that video. So I think from there I had to go and check some things about Dio. Okay, fine. Dio is also an international man, but Dio has right to his own opinion. But I would disagree. I would disagree to what he has just said, because playing for your nation, so far you are from that. So far you've claimed nationality, or there's this English I want to use, to your country, allegiance to your country. Your country deserve you, and you deserve your country in any way. That one kills that. So saying the country does not deserve this kind of players, it's to me it's not. I will not agree totally. I will say, look, let me give you an instance. You talk about you talk about Sadio Mane. Look at Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane, does the country deserve Sadio Mane? Let's ask that question. Does the country deserve Sadio Mane? Does Sadio Mane deserve the country? But yet, he still has to do what? He still has to go back and play for his country. DJ Drogba, another instance. Does the country deserve DJ Drogba? What they went through before becoming who they were. But yet, they did what? They they have to forget the fact that this country does not deserve us. We have to play for our country. It is our country. So saying the country does not deserve the kind of player. Who is Saka? Who is Saka besides Saka to the whole country itself? There are so many players that are better of Saka today in Nigeria, but they lack the opportunity to become the kind of player Saka has become. Now, if Saka should come as a player to Nigeria, don't you know? Don't you see that it is an opportunity to give hope to those guys that wow, if this guy can still come back to this country and become a player in this country, eh? Is it not hope to the country itself that yes, I can also be a player of this country too? So saying the country does not deserve players like the Saka or the likes is, I think, to me is wrong. The country deserve whosoever, anybody to play for it
Ademo,
because the country is bigger than the
Ademo,
player itself. Thank you.
Ademo, did you get the conversation we are having now this morning? We are talking about, did you get it?
I get it.
Yeah. So do you think Dio, because a friend of mine was out said, do you think Dio was right saying that we don't deserve all those guys because of the way we are not prepared? You know, we don't have the necessary infrastructures, we don't have stadium. Can you imagine that Super Eagles, we only have one stadium in Nigeria that can actually host a match? My question is, do you think we deserve these players to come and play for us? Because we ourselves, we are not prepared. Do you think we deserve all these players?
You see, one thing that I will say about this issue is this. I feel that generally Africa, we are not prepared for anything, generally speaking. So when um you have some set of people who probably migrated from this same place that we were struggling, and you find yourself, at the top, at that fit, the best thing you can do is not to forget that your source, and you don't derogate that your source. Do you understand? So we might say that, and it is very obvious that we do not have the proper uh, human management, proper infrastructure. It's not actually only in sport alone, but all across board in Nigeria. I don't want to go outside that Nigerian context. Now, if you are as a player, you are out there and you do not have any other country you want to play for, or probably that is calling your attention to come and play for them, and you look at it that okay, the only thing you can gain in Nigeria when it comes to uh, being a big player like that, or big or top stars like that, is you getting necessary noise. Are you getting what I'm saying? For you to actually thrive, you need those noises. Okay. Do you know that there are some players that are from Tanzania, from all these small countries, that before you can remember their name, you go sweat. But the population here can actually make your name to be known to everybody all over the world, because we make use of the internet. We have that numerical
Social media
strength. As
presence.
do you understand? So by the time everybody begin to mention your name, Boniface, who knows that Boniface was from Akure? By the time, if I have a lady, the girl will say, "Mo mọ dáadáa, ó jọ dàgbà ni." Do you understand? So you know what it means. So let me tell you, so far you have actually made up your mind to play for that country, for Nigeria. Forget, regardless of whatsoever that happened, we all deserve to be here. See, there should be no special preferential treatment for anybody across board, whether you are rich or you are poor. Let us have a taste in whatsoever rotten that we found ourselves. So we all deserve to be here. They deserve to be playing for Nigeria if so wish that you want to play. No, see, in terms of the infrastructure, like I said earlier, infrastructure, human management, and other things, yes, we are very far, far behind. Owó kíkó jẹ nìkan ni àwọn leaders wa mọ̀. Do you know that there are some amounts allocated by FIFA for all the countries sometimes to build stadiums, millions of dollars, and yet we only have that of the one that was built by
Governor Fabio. Yes, Fabio.
The stadium in Cross River. Where are those dollars? But we cannot blame the fans or Nigerians for misappropriation of those funds, but rather because when you want to contextualize, that issue, do they deserve playing here? That means you want to include myself, who knows nothing about how the system is being run, how the money is being spent, most importantly, the one given to them, I mean the leaders of this organization by FIFA. So you want me to not to have fun because we are all depressed, we all have issues. So if you are saying they do not deserve us, or probably Nigeria do not, that means you want to say that we as Africans, or probably as Nigerian, I do not deserve to be happy because watching football makes me happy. So what you do that is fetching you money is for some people to be happy. Do you understand what I'm trying to bring up?
Yeah.
Are you getting my line? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So why you make up your mind to play, that nobody is coming to force you? Do you remember that there was a time where they say you have to pay some amount before you will be able to, play for Super Eagles?
And now, Ayodele Makinwa.
And those guys, they were testifying. So some of them, if money to be used to enter that Super Eagles today, honey, okay, all of you, if you know that you want to play for a Super Eagles, come and pay $1,000. Do you know that people will come out to play? Do you understand?
Of course, now.
Do you understand?
Of course. Yeah.
They all deserve to play here. Whether it is sweet, let us enjoy the sweetness together. So if it is sour, let us enjoy it together as well.
Okay. Let me ask you like this. I want to ask the both of you. Now, we said they should come and play here, but let's ask ourselves the question: if this guy actually, let's assume that Bukayo Saka decides to play for Nigeria, is he going to still be able to attain that situation? Wouldn't he get injured one day and then he will not be able to play football again? Don't you think his future is in doubt?
Let me tell you. Have you ever noticed, or let me say this? Do you know we have better players than Saka in Europe?
What did you say? I didn't get you.
Do you know that Nigeria have better players than Saka in Europe? Who are playing?
Yes, there are some better players.
In those rotten, forgotten leagues or divisions, but because of that African sentiment, they will never allow them to come to limelight. It's just few that will come to limelight. Do you know that Michael Jackson? Let me digress a bit. It was when Michael Jackson decided to be like them. You know what? I don't want to use. Do you know that we are on internet?
Yeah.
So I want to try as much as possible to trim my choice of words. It was when Michael Jackson decided that I want to be like them. That was when the fame came. Do you realize that? Do you know Saka is still being maltreated because of his skin? Saka would have been idolized. Wait, Saka would have been idolized like the Rooneys of this world, like the Beckham of this world, if his color is,
White.
I don't want to mention it.
Mm,
So
mm.
the reason why you have Saka right now doing all those things he does is simply because Saka is playing Arsenal and is playing fantastically well. If Saka is playing for Nigeria and is playing in Arsenal, let me tell you, one thing would have led to another, and it wouldn't have been at this level because
Mm.
of what we carry. That's the truth. I submit.
Jamo, Jamo, Orori, Orori.
Yes, yes. Actually, I think everybody deserves the country, and the country deserves the players that they have. Um, there's nothing I will continue to say. There's nothing. There's no excuse for you to say your country does not deserve you. Let me give you an instance. Victor Moses. Look at Victor Moses. We all knew what happened to the parents in Nigeria before he was taken abroad. I think. Do you know the story of Victor Moses?
Yes, yes, yes. That he
What
lost.
happened?
That he was taking up in the issue in the north.
Yes, the parents were killed before he came back from training. Who could have imagined?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who could have imagined that that kind of boy will now be the player that will feature for the country in a nations cup final. He lifted the nations cup final for the country. Who would have thought? And he played a vital role for the nation to be in the final that particular year. I think it was 2008. Is it 2008 or is it 2012 or so?
Yes, the World Cup, the one that won, they
So
were won by Stephen Keshi.
yes, that's 2013. Imagine.
Yeah.
So no matter what your country might be, that's what they call patriotism. Is it that rosy too in England that Cole Palmer's and the rest of the players plays for their country? It's not that rosy, you
Kopama is
know.
even a
And
Jamaican.
again,
No, but Kopama is a Jamaican. No, do you know? He's from Jamaica. Kopama is
I know it's
Jamaican.
from Jamaica. I know he's a Jamaican. I know he's a Jamaican. Ryan Sterling of this world, they are Jamaicans. Eh? But it is not that
Mm.
rosy for the. Look at the Steven Gerrard, Wayne Rooney, Lampard, David Beckham. When it comes to their country, playing for their country, it's a different ball game entirely. I don't think they even give them wages, or did they give them money for playing for their country? Eh? But here in Africa, they have to be paid to play for their country, and yet you say you don't deserve, that country does not deserve you. You can't be bigger. Like there's a language that we always use, that you can't be bigger than your club. Same too, that you can't be bigger than your country. You understand my saying? So my point is, the country deserve any kind of player. When Samuel Eto'o was the best African player. In fact, we all know. I think Eto'o was nominated as the best players too in the world during his time.
Yes, he was number three. He was number three. Yes, there was a
Number
time he
three.
got to number three behind.
Yet
Yes, behind Thierry
Eto'o,
Henry.
yes, yes, Eto'o still goes back to play for Cameroon, and we all know that Cameroon as at that time is not as big. No, don't let us use the word big now. Let me use this word. Like, we all know the quality of Samuel Eto'o compared to the national team of Cameroon then. But yet
He was like the shining
Samuel
light.
Eto'o, I'm telling you, Samuel Eto'o say is
Oh,
the country does not deserve him. Eh? Will Samuel Eto'o say the country does not deserve him? No, no. DJ Drogba, DJ Drogba. I read some in one news yesterday that when DJ Drogba was playing for Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. There was a civil war going on in their country then. The Drogba had to make a request that the final should be played in the strong base of the country where the war was very very hot. They played the match there, and the Drogba scored the goal there. And after scoring a goal, he knelt down and did what? Requested that the war should what? Should end, and that was the end of that war. You understand what I'm saying? So you the country deserves whosoever you are. You can never be bigger than your country. It's not possible. Should I say because of the present I will say it loud and clear today. Should I say because of the situation of my country now? One way or another, I was able to find myself in Europe. I was able to find myself in Europe or in a very bigger place or in a better place tomorrow. I became so big that the country is now so proud of me. I will now deny the country that I came from. It's never possible. It's never possible. Even that will be the right time to go back to the country and make a mark and try and affect the country positively and say to the country that I have done my own way in the little way I can. Let another person, that is even a template for another person to come back to the country whenever they make it or whatever, to come and help the country. So saying the country does not deserve these players, I think is okay. The Bukayo Saka you are talking about now, some few months ago, he was in the country. He came to
Yeah.
Lagos, and look at, he was idolized. He was he was he was welcomed. You know, people in that environment felt that, oh, so Bobo is, so this guy still remember the fact that there was a source he was coming from. He was idolized. In fact, going back to England the following week or so, he scored two fantastic goals for the country, for England. I think you know that, you see that goal, that assist from Trent Alexander-Arnold now to him,
Yes,
and
yes,
that
yes, yes,
very
yes.
beautiful goal he scored. Uh, so I think when he scored that goal, I told someone that was very close to me. I said, see, he got that motivation from the fact that he came to this country, and he wants to make the country proud. Like, like what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying? So the country deserves whosoever play for him or for her, and that person deserves the country as well. So saying
All
the
right.
country does not deserve, or probably this thing, is a fallacy to me. I don't know.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Finally, before we move to the last topic, I want us to just talk about something. Um, on the issue of can we get the job done in the second leg? Now, if we win this next game, we've automatically qualified for the African Cup of Nations. If
For
we win, the question is, can we get the job done? All we need is a single more win. I think Benin Republic won yesterday also. They are on 6 points. We are on 7 points. The remaining two guys are on one, I think 1 and 2. So if we both win our next game, we will be we are on 7 now. We'll be on 10
we'll be on
already.
8.
So
If we win,
Benin will
we'll
be,
be on 10.
if we win, we'll be on 10. If Benin wins,
So how
Benin
many
will be
people
on
will
9.
qualify? How many people will qualify?
I think it's 2 per team, per
Yeah,
group.
it's 2. It's 2. It's 2. So automatically, if
We
we
are very,
win the last game, simply means there will be possible available 6, and we'll be topping the third person with 9. That means we can only lose third spot, but we cannot be automatically qualify for AFCON final. So can we get the job done in Libya?
It will be,
Jamo, can we
see,
get the job done in Libya?
it's going to be a very difficult one, honestly speaking, with what we played yesterday, except the tactics deployed yesterday was changed. Like what we said in the beginning of this show, that let the coach change to African football. You are an African man. What we are known for was 4-4-2. Bring two powerful guys, put them in that box. You will get goals. All all those football, balls that was rolling around the box 6 yards, and nobody to just bury it. Somebody will be there to bury it. It's not that the striker, even Osimhen. Do you know? Okay, why do you think we are hyping Osimhen? Osimhen did not scored in the African Cup of Nations now. He did exactly what Boniface did yesterday, running, collecting ball here and there. That was not his duty. His duty is to get goals. Why not look for somebody that would start doing that running, even if he's a striker, use him as force, whatever, probably 8. Do you understand? Let him play behind your 9. And let your 9 be in the box. And find somebody, the other striker, who will start doing the running. So
you think
let him
so?
go
You think we cannot get the job done? So you think?
If he doesn't do that, you will see draw. That is what you will see.
Jamu, what do you think? Can we get the job done on? I think it's on Tuesday. Is it Monday? I think Monday or Tuesday or something.
I think I'll stick with Aremo on this, and then the thing is, Aremo has tactically analyzed what we should be expecting in Libya on Tuesday. Why? Because presently, the tactics we are deploying in African football, especially our coaches in Africa, is not really the African thing. You understand? I would say the African team, we know what we do. We know how we play. We know how physical we play. You know, Boniface will go back to Bayer Leverkusen during the weekend. Now we will see goals. You understand? The kind of quality of players that plays around him, the way they set up is different from us in Africa. You know, that's in Africa now. You see a Cape Verde playing Senegal and standing uprightly with Senegal. You know, not to think of the fact that Senegal is number 1 team in Africa presently. They will play them like, it's physicality, and a bit of Europe kind of football there a little. So it's going to be a difficult one in Libya on Tuesday. But then being a Nigerian, I have to still support my country. I'm a patriotic
Sure.
citizen. I will say we'll get the job done. Yeah, I'll get the job done. Just being a Nigerian, but we have to. Having said that, we still have to change our tactics in playing our game. And Aremo, I would want to push you this. I would say your Facebook page that you are collecting cents from. These that you are doing presently, you can collect dollars from doing it. As in, you can take a story like it can take your ring light, your phone stand, mount it on your farm. I can see you on the farm working tirelessly. You understand? You can record it and put it on the internet, and then they see how hardworking we are in Nigeria. You talk
No,
about
they are seeing us
Boniface.
now. They are
You
seeing
talk
us
about
now. You can, viewers, you can
it's
see this man. This man is in his farm. Despite being on his farm, he's still on podcast doing what you can see that somebody will not be saying that we Nigerians don't deserve the best. We deserve the best. We have
no
people who are
no
doing
no.
2 things, multitasking.
I'm telling you.
Now
You look at the situation of the country right now.
You look at Victor Osimhen. You look at Victor Osimhen. When I see him run on the field and tirelessly, I will say, I'm not surprised. Do you think it's easy to set Gala in the hold up? So the strength was not from it. It's not from the training and the rest.
There is something we did not discuss. Kelechi Ihanacho. You saw what that guy did. Somebody said that if Kelechi Ihanacho is not in the team, is not in the camp, that the camp is always very dull. They said it's always boring. Look at what the guy did though. When he came, he brought clothes. The guy was selling clothes. Do you watch it?
You can imagine.
I did not see.
The guy
Really?
Side hustle now. Side hustle.
The guy brought shirts, polo shirts, and say he will take this one though. This one, and so all of them will say, that one fit you, no offer, no offer. He gave one to another guy. Oh yeah, you test that one. No offer, now you. The guy was selling clothes.
He go collect He will
You
collect his
understand?
money now. He will collect his
I
money.
said, go. Me,
Who
wait,
knows?
oh.
Who knows?
Me, yeah.
Who knows?
Where I never
Who
said
knows
to
if?
die.
Who knows?
I never
Who
said
knows
to
if?
die.
Who knows if?
If
Also,
na
Who knows?
tomato,
also,
if na
Uh,
pepper, I go sell.
no, 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 no. Who knows?
Those ones get
Actually,
for
who
fire, keep
knows?
the first clothes.
No, 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 no. He might be trying to. He might be trying to promote his wife's business like Pep Guardiola is doing. You know, Pep Guardiola's wife is a tailor, a professional fashion designer. Every clothes you see on Pep Guardiola, most of it, especially the suit, is sewn by his wife. So, you know, it is what it is. We're telling you that uh, there are lots of dynamism that can come into into this game. You understand? He's using that
yeah.
avenue. There should be an avenue. You know, he's using that avenue to encourage it. That's what we are still saying here. That you should use the available avenue to convince people that things can be done in a different way. Like telling me you are a footballer, if you are a player, if you are a player in Barcelona and you are a Nigerian, I see no reason why you can't come to the country to come and play for the country. You understand?
Okay.
Even why coming? You understand? I don't see any reason why you can't play for your country. So it's your choice if you don't
And
play, but fine, I don't see any reason you don't play. Like look at Sri Lanka, to whose loss is Sri Lanka now? Can Sri Lanka, with what Sri Lanka is playing, automatically he will be called for Nigeria to play for the Super Eagles. But he decided not to play for. He said he's not playing for the country. He wants to play for what? He wants to play
for England. No, no, no. Speaking of
for
that,
England. Has he got?
let me
Has he gotten a call up? Has he gotten a call up?
no, you got no, hold
Look
on.
at
Let, let me quickly let me pick you on that before you go. I want it to be our last landing up passing up message. Now you mentioned Sri Lanka playing for England. Now I want to talk about England. Ademo, please come closer. We want to talk about England. Now,
Okay.
if you are there, you want to talk about England, come closer. Now, Sri Lanka was called up for England, but it wasn't used. My question now is this: Nigeria versus England, who better pass? Because we have won trophy. England, the last time England won trophy, the last time England won trophy, the last time England won trophy, I don't think I have started watching football when England won trophy. I don't think the last time who Nigeria and England,
uh,
who is better? Which team is better?
I will I will have to tell you this. Actually, sentiments apart,
Uh,
sentiments apart. You
uh,
know, sentiments
uh,
apart.
I
Let's use
agree.
the trophy. Let's use the trophy to in our own way. I think in
Uh,
2013 we were able
uh,
to get the Nations Cup. That is in our own
mm,
jurisdiction. We were able to get the cup.
uh-huh,
Now, for the and
uh-huh.
we've entered. I think we've entered final. We entered final how many times too? I think we
Yeah, we
got
do.
into
In
the
fact,
final in
uncountable
Nations
times.
Cup.
Forget about that one. We have, yeah, 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 yeah.
No, no, no. I'm saying no. I'm just saying. I'm trying to use what do you call it now? Statistics now. I'm trying to take the stats
Statistics.
together to join the stats together. England has gotten yes. England has gotten to the final. So I think twice or thrice in the last.
Yes.
It got in twice now, and they lost the two.
Mm,
They lost the
fine.
two finals. They didn't. They were so
Uh-huh.
using statistics to judge. Well, using statistics to judge, you will say Nigeria is better.
Yeah, no, Nigeria is better. I don't want to hear that. Nigeria is better than England. I don't want to hear anything. Nigeria
Let
is
me let me
better. No,
come.
it's not even statistics.
Let me come. Eh? I will throw banter this morning.
Quality players too to judge. Oh,
I will throw
hello,
banter.
hello, So,
I will
hello.
throw
So
banter this morning.
using the quality of players to judge now. Using the quality of players to judge. If we start from our goalkeeper, if we start from our goalkeeper to Pickford,
He better
I
pass Pickford. He better pass Pickford. Our keeper better pass Pickford. Pickford no fit keep anything. You know say as this deal with them.
have
Pickford dey
pass.
da. Pickford na Eledue.
I, are we
Me.
Aremo, this guy is not supporting us. You come and
there?
tell
Are we
this
there?
guy that
Now
yeah, I'm with
let's
you.
use
I'm with
Pickford.
you.
Let's start with Pickford. Let's be using scores now. Pickford is. There are lots of players. There are lots of keepers in England that are better than Pickford today. But I want to bring out at the end of the day, after this statistics I'm bringing out, I wanted to see that to tell you that exactly what is happening to Nigerian football is exactly what is happening to
England England and Nigeria.
Can I come in?
Come in.
I'm
Larry
going to
has
throw
frozen.
banter this morning. I'll throw banter this morning.
Talk, Jare, my brother. Talk.
Solo, please answer this question. Don't, I'm sorry, no. Don't mind me. You know I'm in the farm. So I'm going to ask as a farmer this morning.
Okay.
Don't answer me in one word. I want Solo to answer this particular question.
Yes. Speak on.
In the history of Premier League, which team is better? Arsenal and Leicester City.
Oh, you want to today? Okay, because it's Leicester City. It's Leicester City in context.
Now, God bless you. Let me now. I've established what I wanted. Now, let's now go back to England. Okay, before going to that question, do you know that Leicester City that you just spoke about, they do not have that. They do not have that temerity. They do not have that the vibes. They do not have that potential like that of Arsenal. They came, they won,
and they won.
You understand? They just chanced everybody. They chanced the Manchester City, the Manchester United, the Arsenal, the Chelsea, the Tottenham of this world. They just came like that. Boom. Just like in the Bundesliga that by Leverkusen won. They took everybody by storm.
Yes.
Piam. Though you'll be saying there are some teams that, yes, naturally they make top 4. And they have been making that top 4 for like 20, 30 years. They did not win the leagues.
Yeah.
They did not win that league. So, by Leverkusen that came now and won it, will you say they are not the better? They are not, when you want to categorize, will you say they are not the best? Let me tell you. We have, if you want to mention Nigeria, let me now come back to Nigeria. If you want to mention Nigeria, if you want to mention Nigeria, as Nigeria is in our own zone in Africa, so Portugal is, so France is, so Italy is in Europe.
Yes.
England is far behind. You know why?
Because I on your why Jare, speak up. I dey feel you.
Because England has never won anything in our own generation, during our own era.
Confirm. Boom. England has not won. See, another thing is this. You see that English team, they nearly doesn't kill a bird. They have been nearly since. Nearly doesn't kill a bird. I don't want to hear. So feel why. And another thing, there are weaker teams more in Europe than in Africa. I'm telling you, the weakest team in Africa is better than the weakest team in Europe. I'm telling you, you cannot compare.
We do not depend on our strength when we want to play the European people. If we depend on our strength, if you are running, like you àtijọ́, tabangbabo, wọ́n sọ pé ìwọ máa sá lọ. Just keep running. The people that knows how to do these things, they will not run. No, they will counterplan you because you would have dissipated all your energy in running. They will just hold. They will just say, like, okay. Typical example that some people have actually neglected that line. Do you know that if Mourinho is in England, do you know Mourinho would have won another Premier League? It wouldn't have been Man City. You know what that guy does?
Why did you?
Do you know what that guy does?
Mourinho wins trophies.
My guy will just go and study. He will just go and study. PM when they want to play his team. He will give every team how to play Man City. everybody will now get
Exactly.
the confidence. This is how to play Man City and beat them. So anytime
Mourinho
you
will
want to play
never
Man
sit
City,
there and be losing the
you
league.
understand?
Mourinho
Sure,
will
you
never sit
understand?
there and be
Let
losing
him
the
go and
league.
coach.
Yes,
Let
now.
him coach. Let Mourinho coach Boro in EPL. He's going to win. He's going to
Yes,
win.
so that's one thing. The guy knows how to. He doesn't sit down and accept failure like other people will do. They will
You
accept
understand?
failure and they will lose. No,
So the
Mourinho will
thing
always
is,
win.
if England, yes, they have all the. It's just like you are in London. Do you understand? You have your Google map. You have everything that you needed, to go to wherever you want to go at any point in time. But then the destination is always like Ogunwaye. They will help you to adjust it to the front. Even you are walking on the tile road. You are walking on the very tight road with light. Even in the night, nobody will know afternoon and night. But when the Ogunwaye comes, the journey of 1,000 or the journey of just 10 days, they will help you to extend it. That is
Yes,
exactly what is
to
wrong with
5
England.
years.
And England, they need to go and bury. They need to go and do cleansing, ritual cleansing. They need,
You make point.
they need to go and do spiritual cleansing before they can win anything. And only their
Wait,
ain't to
can we
win them.
can we say England is the same thing as Tottenham Hotspur? They don't win trophy. They are allergic to trophies. They don't win. Super Eagles is better than them, and we have players going to go and play for them. Can you imagine? That England is not going to win anything. They won't win the World Cup. They won't win. Nigeria will win World Cup before England.
Even during
Nigeria has first trophy.
the era of Frank Lampard of this world, when those guys was holding the world to the storm, they were holding the world by storm. They Frank Lampard, the Don Terry of this world, the
The
Wayne
way
Rooney of this
Rooney,
world, the Paul Scholes of
all
this
of
world,
them, they just pack themselves there. No goal, no
Becky
cup, no
Oloye,
trophy.
the Becky Oloye.
Becky Oloye.
Those guys, they never won shishi for their team. And back then, Nigeria was
They ain't
winning.
winning shit.
In our own terrain, we were winning back to back. African Cup of
Yes,
Nations
now.
we win. We go to World Cup. We do share, we go back to our house. Now, so England too, they do share,
Yes.
they go back to England. So
And they have
when
not
it
won
comes
a single thing.
tray, ordinary glass cup, England has never won. And the thing is, if England wants to win, they know what to do, but they would not do it because of pride. You know what?
Now, my question, let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this. Do you think the problem is England FA or the English player themselves? Because is it that they're short of quality or not? Because I'm trying to differentiate between Super Eagles and Nigeria, because we are complaining now that we have quality but we don't have managers. Do they lack qualities and managers, or managers and quality?
England FA, their football management, the football administration is perfect. Do you understand? But when it comes to who to turn to and get this job done for us, they know it, but because of their pride will not let them, humble themselves to get what they want to get. Who can they know? Do you know that if England says today that we want Jose Mourinho to coach us, do you know they will get him? Are you getting it?
But they won't want
Okay,
to get it. But they won't want to get it.
You have some coaches that they are serial winner. Not all this testing microphone. Capello, use my Capello. You go and bring one Southgate. Go and get a certain Mourinho. Go and bring a certain Pep Guardiola. Go and bring a certain Jurgen Klopp. These guys are serial winner. When was the last time you heard about all these serial winner in England team as a coach? You never get them. They depend on one, probably their own player, old glory, all this, their traditional, and they are not getting it right. So if you want a trophy, They know what to do. Let them go and get, as in, not online. But you know the FA, this thing, my guy, Mourinho might come and say, I don't want this certain player. Probably is going to use a black guy from one place that he might not like. Do you understand? They might say they do not want his style of play. They might say they do not want his style. And what are you playing football for? Stick to the Premier League and stop going to tournaments. If you cannot win, because you have these arrays of players who are there, top guys that were supposed to get to the field of play and the opponent should jittery. But what do you have? Failure upon failure. So let me close now by saying you do not compare a dead rat. Are you getting me? You do not compare. Let me rephrase. You do not compare a dead snake. Huh? You do not compare a dead snake with a living rat, a toothless one. A living rat to a dead snake. Do you understand what I mean? So no matter how the dog might be, I mean, the snake is poisonous. It's dead already anyway. So the living rat is still useful for the community. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
You know, it is the word of the elders. Baba, thank you so much for joining the channel today. Let's big up yourself.
Let me split it, cut all these things. Let me cut it and send to me so that I can post, please.
No problem, I will do that. I forgot. I will do that today. I will do that. I'll get that across today. Thank you so much for joining the channel, Baba.
Thanks. Let's go back to my farm.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you so much, viewers. Those of you that have, thank you so much, viewers. Those of you that have been on the channel, have been watching. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, likes. A bit of this will be clips and put up on social medias. And if you're just joining for the first time, please don't forget to smash the like. Please help the channel to grow. Help your boy to grow. And we'll be back again next week. With our prediction series. I got the prediction on the group already. And Aremo is still on top. You can see that it's not on top for just ordinary reason. It's on top because he's there. It's nice to have you. Thank you so much, Aremo, for being on the channel. Thank you so much, everybody, for also joining the channel today. Big up yourself. Big up everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, guys.
Please.
All right. Thank you so much for being on the channel, everyone. And till next week, when we will be meeting again. Do take care of yourself, and I will see you next week.